Yeah, welcome everyone to today's session. I hope it's gonna be a productive one. Yes. Okay, basically today I want maybe to introduce to you three new items here. The first one I did mention it in our last session that we need like to touch based on debentures. Yes, and then okay, we need to touch based on debentures when you calculate like the whole weighted average cost of capital. Yes, and then I also want us to also look on internal rate of return, and then from there we'll then proceed and do what we call a script dividend. Yes. Okay, maybe before maybe we start these new items that I want us to touch base on, maybe it can be just a quick recap on what we did on our last session. Yes, maybe when we were preparing for our assignment. Yes, okay. In your assignment, there we were having like the financial ratios, and then I hope like everybody is compatible with the financial ratios. What I can say then is just that you need like to understand like financial statement, which is like your balance sheet and the profit and loss. You shouldn't like mix the two during your examination. You must know what is the current asset, what is the long term debt, so on and so forth. Yes. Uh yes. And then we also touch based on what do you call this? NPV, net present value, which is uh, a topic that is under investment appraisal. And then we also touch based on payback period. And then we also touch based on accounting rate of return. Is what we didn't cover under investment appraisal was the internal rate of return. Yes. Okay. The concept for internal rate of return is similar to that one of an NPV, which is like the net present value. Yes, but it's just that on the IRR, it's much deeper. You need like to do more work from that one. Yes. And then we also touch base on what do you call this? The weighted average cost of capital. I hope like everybody in that topic, you didn't like get any problem when you write your assignment. You scoop all the marks on that one. Am I right? Hello, hello.
Sorry, Mosi, which question is that?
Then I was saying that you didn't like face any problem when it comes to calculating the weighted average cost of capital based on uh, uh, what we covered during our last session.
Now, on the assignment, using the steps that we did with the session we had, we got 4 marks.
I also got full marks for that one.
Okay, which one are you talking about? I was talking about your weighted average cost of capital. How did it go?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's question 4, right?
You scored
yeah, we
full
got.
marks.
Yeah, full marks.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, for your examination, I think maybe I need like to give you some quick guidelines. Okay. For for that work that you need to calculate maybe during your examination, I'm not sure whether it's going to be there, but most of the time you find that it will be there. And then, okay, just one or two things that maybe I can guide you with regards to that question. Always, okay, let's, I will repeat what I told you that other time that, okay, how do you call this? Gordon model affects only ordinary shares. Please note that. Please note that. And then when like you calculate like the market value of any form of like raising capital, you need like to use like the current value, the current trading value of that particular way of raising capital. Let's say maybe it's ordinary shares, and then maybe they are saying now they are trading like at 2 Rand 50. Okay, they are saying maybe there are 10 million ordinary shares issued maybe at 5 Rand and now trading at 250. Okay, trading maybe at 8 Rand 50. Always use the current value just because what is happening there, what we are trying to do, we are trying maybe to calculate the current value of that form of capital. That's why you have to use like the value that the value can be it can be more than like the okay, it can be greater than the share issue price, or it can be less than the share issue price. You shouldn't like worry about that. And then uh okay, just because we've got like two models there, with the Gordon model and the Kappa model, please don't confuse the two. Please don't confuse the two. For the Kappa model, we need like to use the formula. That is the okay. The Kappa model is much easier compared to the Gordon model. Uh, I hope like you still remember what I shared with you on our last session with regards to that. Yes, and then on preference shares, apply the same concept, especially when you calculate the market value. On bank loan, you don't have to do anything. You just take the value that is there as it is, and then you put it under market value. Okay, and then when you calculate like the weights, what you need to do, you need like to add all the market values of that form of the forms of capital that are there, and then you get that total. And then like the formula for getting the weight is just simple. If ordinary shares value is like maybe 2 million, and then the total capital maybe it's 4 million, we say 2 million over 4 million. And then you will get like the weight of that. Yes. And then what else? Okay, on the Gordon model, please you remember that in Gordon model we are given like the D0, and then you need like to okay, which is like the okay, we are given like D0, and then you need like to calculate D1. Yes. If one of you maybe don't remember that, I will advise you maybe to go to to the notes that I shared with you. Just because in your assignment, if I'm not mistaken, you were asked maybe to do the Kappa model, so you need like to revisit uh, those notes that I shared with you. I guess it was on the second tutorial for financial management. I also shared that Word document with you. Yes. And then what else? Okay. And then you need like to for you maybe to pass, you need like to master all these three stages. Okay, the first stage you calculate the market value, and then on the second stage you calculate like the actual cost of capital per that form of capital. There it be debts, there it be preference shares or ordinary shares, and then the third stage is when you have to uh, That's where you have to calculate like the weighted average cost of capital. You must know the formula for doing that. You must know the formula for doing that. I think that's it maybe for the weighted average cost of capital based on what you know. Today we will add like from 680. We'll start maybe doing the debentures. I'll introduce the debentures. Yes. Okay. And then if maybe I can just proceed to what then okay, maybe if I can go to the topic investment appraisal, if I can try maybe to do a recap on payback period. uh Basically there, what happens, you are being presented like with cash flows. You need like to add those cash. Okay, uh for you maybe to be in a position maybe to calculate like the payback period, you must master like the number of columns that you need to have in when you calculate like the payback period. The first column is like to have the years, the second column the cash flow, and then the third column the cumulative cash flow. It's simple. What you need to do there, the cumulative cash flow is just on, or let's say on year one you've got 200,000, and then year two 350,000. What you need to do, year one even under cumulative cash flow it would be like 200,000, and then year two will be 200,000 plus 350,000, so on and so forth up until year five. Yes, okay. The formula maybe for calculating the payback period is just simple. It will be like A plus B over C. Yes, okay. Which in this case, A will be like it will be the investment, and then from okay, A, no, it's not the investment. No, no. I think I'm reading something that is not. Okay. If maybe I can try, maybe I want to check like my formula here for my period so that I can get it right. Uh, okay, my formula according maybe to your modular guide is just simple like this. It will be like, oh, okay, A in this case, it's the years before full recovery plus uncovered cash flow at the beginning of the year over cash flow during the year. Okay, maybe there what you need maybe to know. Do you have like anything that you want to say? Okay, basically here, if maybe I can make an example of what you need maybe to master here. Let's say maybe they are saying here maybe they want your payback period to be at year three, for instance. What you need to do is just because you be having a formula, you will say year three plus, and then you need like to calculate B. B basically it will be uh the actual like investment minus uh the value of a cumulative cash flow. If in this case the investment, let's say maybe it can be 1 million on year investment, and then you will check like the value that corresponds to the cumulative cash flow value that corresponds to the year where that cash flow is supposed to be recovered. And then what you need to do, you will subtract the two, and then the value that you are going to get today is the B, that's unrecovered cash flow at the beginning of the year. Yes, and then over, and then just because we were looking, let's say maybe at our payback is at year three, and then you will look like the cash flow on year four, which maybe let's say maybe it's 60,000. The cash flow on year four is 60,000, and then like your final formula like for your like your final solution would be like a B, which is like the investment minus the cumulative cash flow against the year of recovery over the cumulative cash flow, and then you substitute, and then you get everything there. And then they will also maybe want you to do what you call is put the answer in months, days, so on and so forth. I hope like you still maybe remember that. If maybe I can quickly maybe rush to NPV. NPV is somehow similar. The NPV is the net present value. Is somehow similar to uh, payback period. But it's just that okay, NPV start on year 0 as compared to the payback period which start on year 1. And then even there, what you need to do, okay, on NPV, you are also given what you call like a discount factor. You need like to do your calculations there. And then the NPV basically, it will be like your investment minus the value that you are going to get there. The NPV can be either positive or negative. Yes. Okay. If maybe just because now I'm 28 past, if I can get maybe to today's business, I want us maybe to start it by doing like the internal rate of return, the IIR. I'm not sure whether, okay, maybe let me hear from you. Should we start with the debentures or the IIR?
Anyone's fine, Muzi.
Anyone is fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. When it comes to the debentures, that topic is okay. When you deal with that, it's quite long just because you've got quite a number of things there that are happening. Okay. Uh, okay. If maybe I can try maybe to define for you. Okay. Internal rate of return. Maybe it's another way of appraising a project. You need like to also give yourself time. Maybe try to uh research about it just because it may come up in your examination. Basically, in internal rate of return is the discount factor which gives a net present value of a project equal to 0. Okay. What happens there? What happens there? You find that okay. What you need to do, you will do like two net present value, if I can put it that way. The other net present other discount factor of net present value should give you like a positive net present value, and then the other one should give you a negative net present value. Yes. And then from there, there is a formula that you need to use maybe to substitute so that you can get the internal rate of return. Yes, you can even like try maybe to research more about this particular topic. And then right now, what I will do, I will try maybe to, I will share my screen with you. I will open Microsoft Word and then share my screen with you so that I can show you what I'm talking about. Just because this topic wasn't in your assignment, it's highly possible that it will be in your assignment. So we need like to cover this. Yes. Let me share my screen. I'll share this blank screen with you. Okay. Here we'll be dealing like with the internal rate of return which is the IIR. Okay. Okay. Yes, as I've said earlier on that, okay, what you need to do here, maybe you will be given, they won't give you like the other like discount factor, but for you to be in a position maybe to calculate the internal rate of return, you need like to then guess like a discount factor that will make your internal rate or your net present value to be a negative value. Yes. Okay. Basically, the formula to use for the IIR is as follows. It's A plus A. This time around is a big A, not that. Big A over A minus B. All these, and then you've got A. Okay, you've got B minus A. Yes, this is the formula that you use for calculating the net present value. If maybe I can try maybe to explain like the okay to substitute what a small a means, big B means, small b means. Yes. Okay, in this case, the small a okay is a discount rate which gives a positive NPV. No, this is supposed to be small. Yes, and then the small b, okay, is a discount rate which gives a negative NPV, net present value. Yes, and then this big A is the positive NPV. Okay, basically these you get this big A positive. You get this big A after like doing like your net present value. Yes, and then this one is a negative NPV. Yes, and then now what we need to do, for instance here, let's say maybe we're given like an example. I'll suggest maybe a discounted factor that will give us maybe a positive like net present value. It's highly possible if maybe we can take like 12% as our discount factor that will give us as our A, as our small a, like this, and then maybe our small b, let's say maybe it's how much? Small b, it can be what? If we can put a discount factor maybe to 28%, it will give us I guess it will give us a positive, a negative discount factor. Yes. Do you still like remember how do I maybe go about maybe calculating NPV? Does anyone still remember that? Hello? Hello?
Not the entire process, but when we actually do it, we can actually recall.
Hello, so maybe let me put on my earphones here so that I can hear you well. You were saying?
I was saying we still remember part of it, not all of it, but when we actually do it, practically, that's when actually one can recall
Okay,
all the steps.
that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I think I must proceed. Let me try to connect. Let me try to connect my earphones here so that. But you can hear me very well.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you very well.
just because there is little that maybe I'm getting on your side. Let me continue. Okay. The net present value. Okay. How many columns? Maybe let's say column 2. Okay. We need like 4 columns for you to calculate the net present value. Yes, the first column it will be here. The second one it will be cash flow. Okay. What I can say like this time around, like you need like to try maybe to master this whole thing. Just because in your examination you won't have much time. That's the present value like PV, and then let's say yeah, it's year 0, year 2, year 1, year 2, year 3. Maybe let me add year 4 as well. Yeah. Okay. Cash flow on year 0, by the way, it's our investment. Yes. For instance, here I will make an example of like maybe we've got 1 million as our investment. The discount factor here, it will be like 1. And then even here, you need like to put this just because you need like to put. Does anyone know why are we putting an investment in brackets? Yes. Hello. Okay, maybe on year 1 you've got like 200,000, and then on year 2 you've got 350,000, and then maybe on year 4 you've got 400,000. Yeah, no. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Yes, year 4 we've got maybe for 20,000. And then now we need to calculate the discount factor for each. You still like remember the formula for calculating the discount factor?
Is it that 1 over 1 plus r to the power n?
Yes, exactly. That's the formula. That's the formula that I'm looking for. Okay. So, okay, can you wait a minute here? Okay, please wait a minute. There's something that I'm setting up this side. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think we can continue now. Okay, this one. Just for the sake of everyone, you say like the formula is what? 1. Can you please share the formula?
Sorry, it's 1 over
Yes.
1 plus r, that's in brackets, to the power n.
1 plus
R,
r to the power n.
yes.
Yes. Okay. If maybe I can try maybe to explain this formula to you once again. Okay, basically that r there, it will be like your discount factor, and then if in this case we'll be like maybe using this 12, it will be 0.12, and then the n is the year. Yes, and then let's continue. Can you try maybe to use our calculator maybe to substitute so that you can get the discount factors? Okay, I won't be like doing any calculation on my side, but I believe you'll be in a position maybe to do that. What's the discount factor? Okay, we are using the first discount factor, which is 12. I want us, okay, this discount factor will give us a positive NPV. And then we will then do another NPV that will give us a negative NPV, and then we'll then use like the IIR formula to get like the final answer, and then we will be done. If we can try maybe to speed up the process, it will be much better.
On the first one, I get 0.983.
0.983.
983.
0.983.
0.893, sorry. Sorry.
0.83.
893.
Yes, 893, yes. And then the second one,
797.
0.797. Okay, maybe if, okay, some of us may be lost on how do you get this thing. Okay, first things first. You see, like this one, okay, I can say it's a big one, and then all over n, or all over 1 plus r to the power n. R is our discount factor, and then the n is the year that we are substituting it. For instance, here, what are we going to do? We'll say 1 over 1 plus 0.12. That gives us 1.12 to the power 1 in year 1 to the power 2 in year 2. Okay, what do we, 1 plus 0.12 to the power 2, then the answer that you are going to get here, we will then say 1 divided by the answer that you are going to get here. That's why you ended up having this 0.7. And then in year 3, what's the discount factor? What is the discount factor then? Value.
Sorry, 0.712.
0.712. And then on year 4, it's 0.636.
636.
And then if you like, you want like to get the present value of this based on this discount factor, you need like to multiply 200,000 by 0.9, and then what are we getting there? I want us maybe to try to speed up the process just because we've got quite a number of things. Maybe if we can start with these debentures, I think it should be much better. Just because there's a lot that I need maybe to explain. If you can, by 7, if you can be done with this, so that we can dedicate maybe the next 2 hours to the debentures when you calculate like the IRR. No, the the weighted average cost of capital. Yes, it's very important. Okay, what's the value here? This multiplied by this. Cash flow multiplied by discount factor. Okay, let me do it in this side.
I got 178,600.
178,600. Second,
That's what I got. Second one, 278,950.
950.
278,950.
Okay, and then the third one.
Actually now.
It will be
284,800.
284,800. The third one.
267,120.
267.
120.
120. And then we need like to add these together. Okay. But basically here, what's the total here?
Mm.
Let's no, you add from year 1 to year 4. Please omit that 1 million up there. That's cash outflow, which is our investment. We are going to use it at a later stage.
I get 100.
Sorry?
Okay. I excluded the 1 million that is on brackets.
Yes.
So
What
I
are you
get
getting?
100.
Sorry? 144.
I get 100. No, 00.
00.
00. Yeah. 94.
94.
70.
70. Okay. Now let's 119470 minus 1 million. Okay. What you need to do here with this total that you are getting over there, for you to get like your net present value, you need like to do this. You need to maybe let me match this. Okay, let me match these cells here. You will say this figure. Let me put it nicely so that you can follow this net present value. This present value of our cash flows, which is that minus our investment, which is 1 million that you have put in brackets. And then what we are going to get there is it's a positive net present value. It's how much? 94. 94,700. Yes.
70.
This is our net present value. This is our net present value. Please don't confuse. I'm not sure how can I go about maybe try maybe to differentiate these. Maybe let me remove this from there and put it maybe at the bottom. Okay, and then I will try to get your NPV. You say it should be like total EV minus investment. In this case, it's like this. And then this gives you 94,700.
It's actually 70, not 700.
Sorry?
I need you to minus 10.
70,
Yes.
not 700.
Not 700, yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Is this correct? Yeah.
I want us to verify that because
Correct,
that's
correct.
That's the same number that I got, so it's correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Have in mind that when you please master that on how do you go about maybe finding this this net present value. It's just simple like this, even this formula. And then now let's maybe take the same net present value. The same net present value, the same cash flows here. And then we will then increase like the discount factor. We'll then use this 25 and then see what we are going to get. We're supposed like to get a negative net present value. Yes. Okay, now the discount factor will change. Everything is going to change. Everything is going to change here. We are now, okay, here we're using like that 12% as a discount factor. Here we are using maybe like 25. You can keep on like maybe increasing if you still like get a positive net present value. Okay. Delete everything here. Can you start maybe calculating the discount factors? Okay, basically we will be using this. This is the formula. Okay, discount factor formula. Is as follows. Okay, let me just copy it. Okay. Yes. What's the discount factor here? If you are now using 25%. Okay, maybe during your examination, you're also being provided with this sheet whereby you can just grab this without even calculating this discount factor. You can just take these discount factors. But okay, it's risky maybe to use those discount factor papers just because at some point in time you will confuse them just because maybe they will give you 3 or 4 discount factors. It always best maybe to use the formula so that you can get everything right. Yes. Okay, what's the discount factor here? 0 point? It's 1 over 1 plus 0.25 to the power 1. We are running out of time. We're running out of time.
Muzi, I get 0.8.
0.8.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I inserted it correct.
Okay, no, it's fine. Let's put that into 3 decimal places. And then what's the next one? It's 0. Okay, like the reason maybe why I want you maybe to calculate this is the fact that I want you like to be involved here to get used in this thing of calculating, just because during your examination you will find it difficult maybe to do any calculation if you don't practice. Yes. Otherwise, I will be maybe doing this calculation this side, but it won't benefit
This-
you.
On the second one, I get 0.4.
Okay. Please, okay, your discount factors, I will advise you that you keep them into 3 decimal places or 4 decimal places, so that you won't like get like okay an answer that will be different from what others. Good. Okay, what's the for year 3? What are we getting? Somebody should be calculating for year 4 so that you can try maybe to speed up this. Someone on the other hand may be doing like the present value of what we are having already, 200,000 times this, and then you get the net present value.
For year 3, I got 0.512.
0.512.
Yes, I'm not sure.
Okay, no, it's okay. 0 point, just because, okay, what is important here is just for us maybe to follow, but during your examination, you need like to get this thing right. Just because they will penalize you for. Okay. Hey, we are running out of time, guys. So what's the discount factor? Let me just quickly do that.
For year 4, it's 0.409.
0.409. 419.
409.
9.
Yes. 409.
409. Like this. Okay,
Yes,
that's
correct.
fine. Can we do the present value?
Okay, the first one is 160,000.
60,000.
The second one is 224,000.
24,000.
The third one is 204,800. 204,800.
800.
Yeah,
The fourth one.
it's 171,780.
171,780. 171,780. Like this. Can you add?
Yep.
Can you add from here
The
the present
total,
value of those cash flows from year 1 to year 4? What are we
the
getting there?
total is 760.
Sorry?
760. The
You're
total,
getting
760.
760.
760
580.
580.
Yes.
Remember, and then now we need to come up here and take this. And then you come with that down here, saying like to get the NPV, you need like to say like total present value, which is like the net present value of the cash flows minus investment, which in this case it will be basically you can see like, okay, this is like less than our investment, so Okay, let me not put maybe that in bracket. Let me just leave that as it is. 580 minus 1 million. Can we calculate that so that you can get the answer? Our NPV. How much will be our NPV? Supposed to be in
239.
bracket this one just because it will be a negative value.
Yeah, it's a negative 239.
Sorry,
239
39
420.
420 like this. Okay, now we've got like the two discount factors that are giving us a negative present value. Yes, and then I want us now to use our formula, this one, so that we can do the calculations. Try maybe to fit this thing in one page, seemingly it's refusing to not fit in one. Okay, let's calculate our AIR. What we need to do now is just to substitute with what we have here. Now we are, okay, now let's calculate our IIR. Okay, our formula is as follows. Okay, let's substitute. A is what? A is a discount factor which gives us a positive NPV, which is in this case it's like 12 plus, okay, and then plus like A, the value, the positive value that we got, what's this value when we're using A, and then sorry, oh, what have I done? Okay, it's like this, and then all over these value that you got here, it will be all over. Maybe let me try, maybe please don't confuse this. Maybe let me put this in brackets like this. Let me put this in brackets so that you can follow. All over A, big A minus, it's not underscore there, no, it's wrong, minus B. Big A, in this case, it's 9,470 minus what? Plus, okay, yeah, that's minus, then minus that negative figure, which is 239. Okay, guys, what you need like maybe to note here is the fact that here we are doing pure mathematics. I mean like pure mathematics. B is 25%. Can you let me put this percentage? You need like to be good in mathematics when it comes to this whole thing. You need like to be really good so that you can get everything right. Okay, in this case, you see like here we are having a negative and a negative now. According to mathematics rule, negative and a negative give us positive. Do you still remember that back in high school?
Yeah, so are we gonna say plus?
Yes, it's going to be a plus.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
So is it always going to change to a plus, or is there ever going to be a situation where
Okay, when you calculate like
it's a minus?
IIR, it will change to a plus always. Just
Because of the second negative?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
It will be like that. It will be like that. Okay, now this will look like this 9,470 plus 239, 420. Did you like get a chance maybe to did your lecturers maybe teach you how this internal rate of return, or it's your first time maybe to come across it?
Even if he did, I don't remember. Eh?
He just gives a summary, you know, we don't go into detail.
Oh,
So
he's lecturing you guys.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Class, in class, and then you out of class.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think now, okay, let's substitute. Let's substitute. This plus that give us what? Now I want to separate this plus. Okay, can you add this?
It's 248.
Plus, I don't want this thing maybe to be confusing you when you on your own. Okay, it's what?
248.
Yes.
890.
890.
Yeah.
890 like this.
That's correct.
Okay, that's fine.
9470.
Okay. Can you 25 minus 12? What are we getting there? Have in mind that okay, basically that there is a multiplication sign there. What are we getting there? It's 13%, if I'm not mistaken.
You are
And
correct.
then now, what you need to do, can you please maybe try, can you do this 9,470 divided by this?
It's 0,038.
Plus 0,038. 038.
That's correct.
Multiply by 13%.
13.
Okay, guys, what next now? What's next? According to your BODMAS, what are you supposed to do? BODMAS rule, what are you supposed to do now?
0,038 multiplied by 13%.
Right there. Right. Perfect. Yes. Okay. What are we getting there?
0,00494.
494.
That's plus.
Four.
It's 0, comma.
Yeah, that's what I got.
0,00494.
494.
00.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
And
And then we add that.
12 plus 0. That gives us 12.00494.
Let me just double check something. Let me just double check
gives-
something.
Do you leave it as the
No,
12%
guys,
or do you make the
no, guys,
12% a
something is
decimal?
Something is not right here. Can you check your calculation? 0.038 multiplied by 13
Do we just say 13 or 13%? Do we not change the 13%?
13, okay, 13. Don't say 13%.
Okay. 0, 0.
It's not 13%, it's 13.
Then it's only 0,494.
Yes. Okay, and then you add that, you get like
494.
12.494%.
Mhm.
Okay, basically, this is our final answer. This is the long route that you take when you calculate, sorry, that you take when you want to get an internal rate of return. And then you can go on Google maybe and try maybe to research even more.
Muzi, can I ask something, please?
Yes.
Muzi, why are we only saying 13 and not 13%?
13, not 13%.
Why are
Okay, we
taking the
are not
percentage?
maybe
Yes.
looking for 13% of this value. We are not like looking for 13% of this value. We are okay. What we should have done, maybe you want us maybe to convert that to 0.13, and then maybe at the end we times like by that by 100. If 13% is 0.3, and then I was trying maybe to avoid this thing of maybe at the end of the end multiplying by 100. Yes, that's the reason maybe behind us maybe not saying like 13. Okay, yeah, that's all I can say. Your question was like, why are we not saying like 13%? Okay, if you can check, ever since like we have started here, the 13% is just we are treating this percentage as full okay,
Whole numbers.
is as whole numbers. We have been like maybe alter them. That's why like we do like calculation like this. And then,
Muzi,
yes.
just for the sake of the notes, can you put there that the percentages are calculated as whole numbers so that when we do review the paper, we know that we're not supposed to change it so that we get the same or the correct answers when we practice.
Percentage attributed is
Thank you.
for small a and b.
Music, can I just one?
Okay, I don't hear
fraction.
you very well.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
You're breaking.
Yeah, your connection seemingly some issues.
Yeah, my connection, I don't know.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Maybe use the chat, eh?
Yeah, maybe try maybe to post you.
Thank you. Back to just one line.
Okay, sorry, so we don't hear you very well. We don't hear you very well.
Maybe you must use the chat.
Can you try maybe to write what your question on the chat? So just open the chat. Okay, the question is, can you please get an explanation on how we calculate the discount factor for year 2? Year 2, year 3, year 4. Okay, I think, okay, sir. Okay, basically here, this is what you need like to master here. We've got this formula, this one, this formula here. If I can try maybe to put this thing down for you. Let's say I'll start on year 1 so that it won't maybe confuse you. Year 1, like this. On year 1, you've got your formula here for calculating discount factor. 1 all over 1 plus the R is the discount factor. So just because here we've got like 25% is our discount factor, it will be 0.25 like this. If it's year 1, you will say to the power 1. Please don't confuse that. And then in your calculator, this is what you have to do. You apply mathematics. Just because it's year 1, it will be just simple. It will be like this. It's year 1, there is no power. It will be like this. 1 divided by 1.25. That's equals to 0.8. Just because I wanted my discount factor to have like 3 decimal places, to be in 3 decimal places, I'll then add the zeros. And then I'll then proceed to year 2. Year 2 like this. Same formula, 1 over. Yeah, I think maybe you have helped a lot of people here, just because I find some people out there were afraid maybe to ask. They think this thing maybe it's just a minor question, while during your examination it can show you some stuff. That's year 2. 1 divided by this. And then what you need to do, you will say 1.25 to the power 2. 1.25 in your calculator, and then to the power 2. That gives us 1 over 1.25. Oh, sorry, it's 5.625 like this. And then 1 divided by 1.5625. And then the final answer is 0.640. So you apply this concept, even on year 3, you will say here 3, year 4, 4, so on and so forth. I hope your question has been answered. Hello? Hello?
Maybe his connection is giving him issues.
Sorry?
I'm saying maybe his connection is giving him issues again.
Okay, okay. I think, okay, we are done with this AIR. Okay, but the concept for calculating like the IIR is just simple like this. You see, like you take the concept of a net present value, and then you apply the formula, you substitute, and then you get your answer. Yes. Okay, now I want us maybe to go and do debentures. When you want maybe to calculate weighted average cost of capital when it got like debentures. So okay. Now we on debentures. Let's get started. Okay, in your modular guide, where do you find debentures? Can you go to debentures in your modular guide? I just wanted to explain one or two things about debentures. Yeah. Debentures. Debentures. Okay. Okay. If you can turn to maybe to page 85 in your modular guide. In your modular guide, and then on what? If somebody maybe can get us a question paper that is having debentures. Okay, that wants us to calculate a weighted average cost of capital when it got debentures. Does anyone have that paper? Which one can you use?
You asking for a question where we're doing
Paper.
the weighted?
Yes, that asks you to calculate the weighted average cost of capital when we've got debentures.
Where there's debentures. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I remember there's this question paper for December 2019. We do have like debentures there. If one of you do have that one. Okay, maybe if maybe I can try to explain to you what are debentures. Okay, please.
Sorry, Muzi.
Yes, sir.
Muzi,
Yes, sir.
I've got that question paper. Can I quickly share it on the group? I think the question in mind is question number 3 of the November 2019 exam.
Yes.
Oh, I actually
You can
got that.
share that.
It's
You
that
can
one.
share that.
I'll quickly put it up on WhatsApp, and then we can maybe try and answer that question so that we can just follow through the same way that the question would come in the actual exam.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's not a problem.
Is that fine?
That's not a problem. Can you share on WhatsApp?
Okay, I'll put it on the group now.
I will then download it here. Let me open my WhatsApp on my browser so that I can follow as well.
Yeah, I've just put it up.
But it hasn't come through. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, before maybe you can try maybe to attempt that question. Okay, maybe if I can try maybe to explain to you in simpler terms on what are debentures. Okay, basically what I can say is like, okay, debentures is a okay, a debenture is a long-term debt. Yes. It can be paid like over a certain period of time, or it can be paid on lifetime basis. Yes. I'll try maybe to explain that even further. I had like I hope like one of you did like get a chance maybe to came across this term redeemable and irredeemable. Yes. These terms are being used in debentures. Okay, but that's pure English. Redeemable, which means it will be paid over a certain period of time, and then if it irredeemable, which means it should be paid on a lifetime basis, but the only thing that you will be paying there is just the interest, not the initial amount that you were borrowed, or that amount that was given to you. Yes. Okay, when it's redeemable, and that's the debenture will have like a yield to maturity, which means maybe they will say like yield to maturity in 5 years, and then okay, yield to maturity maybe in 5 years, which means like the debenture after a period of like 5 years, you need like to pay the value of the debenture, which is like the sum that was given to you together with the interest. So I'm not sure whether that makes sense to you, like the difference between the two. The way like you treat the two, yeah, it's different as well. Very, very different. Yes. And then I'll just because okay during your examination, I believe that okay they will always like try maybe to they will give you like a debenture that is redeemable most of the time, but at some point in time you may never know, they can change the two, whereby you need like to calculate a debenture that is irredeemable. You see, in your case, please download like the question paper then. And then go to question 3. On bullet point number 3, they are saying like 1 million uh debenture 9%, which is like that's the coupon rate, and then debenture due in 7 years, and the current yield to maturity is 10%. Yes. And then basically just because you've got that yield to maturity, or debenture due in 7 years, and the current yield to maturity is 10%. Just because you've got like that 7 years, which means after 7 years, we need like to pay everything that is to do with that debenture. This is okay. I will pick like maybe try maybe to run to, I want us to compile this information as if we want to calculate like the weighted average cost of capital. Let me just need the screen that I'm currently sharing. Let me do this. Where is that okay. What you need to do first, the concept is the same, guys. It's the same. Now we want, maybe you are calculating like the weighted average cost of capital with debentures. The concept is the same. You need like to have your table here. I want us maybe to run through this as quick as we can. I'll say here it's capital, and then here it's market value, and then here what's the third column? It's what's the ratio? That's ratio. What's the header of that ratio? Up there. Okay, okay, that's way. Okay, that's the weight. The weight against the capital. Yeah. Okay. And then ordinary shares. What are we having on ordinary shares? Can you just get like the market value of that? Can you quickly get the market value of that? Which is like 1,500,000 times, okay, with market price R4 per share. The latest dividend declared 19%. Market price with market price of R4 per share. This minus that, times that. What are we getting?
I'm getting 6 million.
6 million.
Mm.
Let me fix it going. Ordinary shares 6 million. Ordinary shares 6 million, and then preference shares.
Is it 3 million?
3 million. And then we go towards the next one is debentures.
Muzi,
Yes, sir.
excuse me a second. I know I struggled the last time on with an assignment. Can you just for the sake of revision, where you have ordinary shares, can you put a bracket then put the formula so that we know how we got to the 6 million, just for use
Okay.
of reference? I know it might be
Okay.
additional work on your side. It's gonna make life easier for some.
Okay. Okay, the formula here is number of shares multiplied by current market value.
Even if you don't put it like
not
that, we can
current
just
price per share. Current price per share.
okay.
Is that sufficient? Does that give you like any, okay, let me put that 1 point, how many million, it's how much, how many number of shares?
I'll check now. So 1.5 million.
Like this. You multiply it by 4 rand. Just because now we want money. This is in rands. This is now money.
Okay.
Yes. And then same concept here. We apply the same concept even on ordinary shares, on preference shares. Same concept. Can you please like what's the bill? 1 million.
1 million at 3 rands each.
Multiply by 3. Yes. 1 million multiply by 3 rand, and then you get this 3 million. And then when it comes to debentures, okay, debentures. Now let's deal with debentures. I want us maybe to calculate this debentures thing just underneath here. Debentures market value. Market value. This is how you go about calculating the market value of a debenture. Okay, basically here we need like to use the present value of we need like to use a formula for calculating present value. Yes, that's the first thing that you need to do. Yes. Okay. This is what you need to do. I'll just copy the formula for calculating net present value. Basically, that F is for future value, and then 1 R is the interest rate, which is in this case is the coupon rate, by the way. Which in this case, let me just check here. Okay, the interest rate is like 9%. You see that? Okay, like if you check on your question paper, like it's 9%. That's the interest rate. And then from there, the N is for the year, by the way. It's for the year. You see? Okay. No, my formula here. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. But okay, no, that N you don't have maybe to use it on just because you're on year 0. This is what you need to do. What's the future value of that debenture? Please open it. It's like 1 million. 1 million rands. Let me just show you how you go about calculating this. Okay, the formula is as follows. You like to put your 1 million here, which is like the future value. Please like pay extra attention on this one. Yes. 1 plus, let me just check the future value. The coupon rate is like 9%. It's like 9%. Yes. Okay, want like the present value, the amount that you are going to pay now. Okay. Okay, the amount that you are going to pay now. We are calculating like the amount that you are going to pay now. What you need to do here, we need like to add that 0.9, which is like the percentage. That's okay. My formula is wrong then. It's not supposed to have that one. Okay. And then what you need to do here, you need to calculate these times this. Wait a minute. You need to calculate that. No, I'm confusing you guys. Yo, I'm really confusing you guys. I'm really confused. I'm sorry, I have just mixed up things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, just because the interest rate is 9%. No, I'm confusing you guys. I've just rushed things. No. Okay, this is the formula for calculating. Okay, let me start afresh. This is your formula for calculating the net present value. Please don't confuse that. And then for you like to get the values that you that you're supposed to pay from year 1 to year 7, you need to do this. You have to multiply the value of the debenture by the coupon rate. The coupon rate in this case is the interest. Please don't confuse that. Please, guys, please. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Even myself, at times I get mad. Can you like calculate that? 90 multiplied by 1 million, or 0.1 or 0.09 times 1 million. What are we getting there? I rush things to this formula. This formula is the one that we are going to use when calculating from year 1 to year 7. What are we getting here?
90,000.
90,000. Okay.
Yeah.
90,000, which means like it's the money that you supposed like to pay as per that's the interest. And then now we want like to calculate like the present value of this debenture. What we need to do, we'll then, okay, let's say we'll calculate year by year from year 1 to year 7. Year by year from year 1 to year 7. Let's say year 1. And then now that's when we'll use this formula. Please don't confuse that. Please don't confuse that. Please, 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 please. Don't confuse it. And then now, the present value, just because we are looking for the current market value of this debenture, we need like to use this form to get like the present value of each, the present value of 90 in year 1, 90 in year 2, so on and so forth. Okay, can you substitute the future value or the present value? Okay, the future value is, the future value will be 90,000 as per our interest, all over 1 plus 0.09 to the power 1. Can you quickly substitute that? We are running out of time for year 1. And then there's something that I want to explain to you on in year 7, so that you can like spot the difference if it's a redeemable or irredeemable share. And then I also want, if we still have time, I also want us maybe to check on another example beside this one that will maybe try to give you another picture, or okay, that can show you like how do some of the questions are being asked when it comes to interest. Let's say maybe you are not maybe calculating even like the weighted average cost of capital. What are we getting there? It's 0.09 90 divided by 0.09. 90 divided by 1.09.
It's 82,580, 568.81.
Sorry, it's 82.
82,568.81.
82.
568.
68.81. Just because it's saying like there 807.
7.
And then round up. Okay, that's the present value, the amount, the interest that you're supposed to pay on year 1 if we were to pay today. Okay, and then can you go to year 2? Year 2, let's apply like the same concept. I'll just copy that, come down here. Now it will be 2 here. Can you quickly like substitute that? Now it's 1.02, 1.09 to the power 2, which is 90,000 divided by 1.1881. Please correct me. I carry the same.
Yes.
No, it will say 9. It should be 20. Is this
20.20.
okay? Year 3. Year 3, please, please, please. Let's try maybe to hurry up so that you can. So now year 3. 90,000. 1.09 to the power 3. That's 1.29502.9. Okay, maybe my other advice here is the fact that you should, okay, when doing your calculations here, you should try by all possible means, maybe to try like to write the whole number, just because you may find like if maybe you start maybe by rounding off maybe to the nearest 1 or 2, your answer will be a bit different. At some point in time, they will penalize you if the person who is marking will be in a hurry, just because you will see an answer that he or she is not familiar with. So please, you should maybe, or when you do it, like when you round off, maybe make your answer to be round off maybe to be at 4 decimal places. I think you will be safe in that way. Are you getting the same thing?
Yes.
Yes, Muzi.
Okay. And then now it's for yeah, okay, maybe now I won't be like writing the whole thing. People will follow now, I guess. Therefore, can you just, what's the final answer? Okay. Let me try to do it.
I got 63784.
Sorry, 81.
No, 63784. I just need someone to confirm.
3
784.5499.
784.5499. 0.55. If we can round off, it's like this. Am I correct?
Correct, Muzi.
Okay. Year 5. Can you try maybe to speed up, please?
I got 58456.
58456.
0.74.
74. Now we on year 6. It's now to the power 6.
Five 53667.
53667.
0.26.
26. Okay. Okay. Now we're on year 7. Can you pause a bit on year 7? Okay, this is what is going to happen on year 7. This is what is going to happen. Just because our debenture it's a redeemable debenture, which means in year 7 you're supposed to pay the initial debenture plus the interest rate. You see? So just because here we want, have in mind that we are calculating what we call like the market value now, not in the future. That's why like we are trying to, that's the reason like we're using this formula for calculating like the present value. That's the reason behind that. And then now, just because this is a debenture and it's redeemable, what's supposed to happen now in year 7, just because we need like to pay everything in year 7, what is going to happen, we will pay a 1 million plus interest rate in year 7. And then we will then, just because we want like the market value, the present value of that, what we will do here, we will say the value of the debenture plus coupon rate, which is plus coupon rate, which is the coupon rate is the interest. Please master that, it's just the interest. Yes. Okay. In this case, the value of a debenture is 1 million plus coupon rate. What did you get? We get it's 90,000. Just because we multiply that 1 million with 0.09, and then we got like 90,000, and then this give us how much? It's 1,090,000. Yeah, guess incorrect like this. If we add the 2, we get this 1,900,000. 90,000. And then just because we are now on year 7, we still come up here. We take our formula. What's the difference now? We'll have like different, the way we are going to do our future bill on year 7, it will be 1,090,000. We apply our formula like this. Then just underneath here, it will be 1,090,023 divide by 1 plus 0.09 to the power 7. Can you see what I'm trying to do there? Can you follow? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Muzi, we are still here.
Follow.
Are you following?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's okay. In the final year, you need like to add that the value of the debenture plus the coupon rate, and then after that you apply your formula for the present value. Just because bear in mind that okay, what we are trying, okay, never mind that okay, all this whole process like from year 1 to year 7. What we are trying to get here is this value, the market value of a debenture. this is how one may, this is how one, okay, this is how a company can go about maybe paying a debenture. From year 1 to year 6, they will only be paying like the interest. And then just because this debenture is redeemable, in year 7, you need like to pay the value of the debenture plus the interest rate. And then you get like the present value of that. Can you substitute?
I got 596,280.
596,280.
280.087. So we can make it 09.
09.
Hmm.
You say, okay, yes, okay. Okay. Let me just fold these. Fold these as well. Fold these. Fold these. Okay, it's a very, very tedious process, task when you deal with debentures, just because look what we have done already. Okay. For us to get like,
Musi,
sorry?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we going to be using the values that we get for each year, or are we only going to use the one for year 7?
I'm not following. Okay. Okay. This is okay. The market value will be all these values from year 1 to year 7. All the present values from year 1 to year 7. Yeah, okay. What we need to do now, you need like to add these year 1 value, year 2 value, year 3 value, year 4 value, year 5 value, year 6 value, year 7 value. And then that will give us the net, the market value of this debenture. That's the figure that you are going to put here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm not sure whether I should write that down.
You can scroll down, Musi.
Okay. Year 1, year 2. Year 3.
Not too fast, Musi. You said we should add all those amounts for each year.
So year 1,
So,
82,000.
yes, we are adding.
Yes. And then this 75,000, 69,000.
Whilst others are adding, Muzi, can you share a document with us that has all of these formulas, if you have it readily available?
Okay, I can. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, no, I'll see what I can do. I will try maybe to put that together for you so that you can. Okay, for these debentures alone or just everything?
Everything, please. I mean, all the ones that we have used. I remember on the last session we had, you said that during the exams, they do provide us with the formula sheet. But from the portal, there isn't any that comes with the question. So for the purposes of
There is a paper that has the thingies on it.
formulas.
It's the take-home one, June 2020. It has everything, the discount sheets, the formula sheets. So just check that one.
Thank you very much, dear. Thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Yes, what's the market value then?
Yeah, read for yourself.
Oh, why is it taking forever to sum up that?
From my side, okay.
No, it's fine. You can go ahead, Salome.
No, there's one amount that I missed. So he was too fast. So you can go ahead. I think you.
I'm not sure if it's correct, but I just get a
Okay,
million,
like you. Okay,
1,000,005
let's
rand
check.
and 16 cents.
Let me go to the first year one.
Muzi?
Is it?
Yeah, no, Theo is correct. Actually, I got the same amount.
What's that amount? Five 96 280.09 plus 53,667 26 plus 63 7 84 69
Down it to
Okay, I'm getting like 941, 548, 42.
There's one amount that you missed because that's what I got. But when I checked, I had only 6. So the 1 million is correct. The one that's on the chat. I'm not sure if you can see the chart when you
Oh,
you are
okay,
sharing your
let me
screen.
check the chart. Let me check the chat. The one you say like this one. The 1 million.
Yeah, that's
and then
what Theo
16.
got. Yeah, Theo got that, and I also got that one. So it's 3 people who got the same amount.
Okay, which means it's like this. Okay. Means that's the market value of a debenture. And then the bank loan. Okay, basically that's how maybe we go about maybe calculating the market value of a debenture. Yes, you need like to follow the steps. It's just simple and straightforward. What you need to do is just develop that debenture and then you multiply by the coupon rate, and then we'll get like the value of that discount of that interest, and then you use that value. On your final year, you need like to add the initial value of the debenture plus the interest rate, and then you do like your present value of that. Okay. Now where to go? Let me check my WhatsApp. Okay, from
You need to
WhatsApp.
put the bank loan, isn't it?
It's 900,000 bank loan. It's 900,000 bank loan.
And the total.
900,000. Okay. As for the weights, we can then just calculate maybe the weights. What you need to
Don't
do.
we need to total those?
Yes, we need like to total this.
Okay, it's 10 million 5 rand and 60 cents, 16
Sorry?
cents. 10 million. Oh, that's what I got, 10 million. And then 5 rand 16 cents.
5.
No, it's 10 000 005.
Sorry. Am I
Now
correct?
00, yeah. Now go 005. Point
Like this?
16.
Or
Yeah,
0.16?
point 16. Yeah.
Okay, can you get the weight? I hope everybody is following. You still like remember how you go about getting the weight. You will say 6 million over this, and then you get the weight. 3 million over this, you get the weight. This 1 million over this, you get the weight. So on and so on.
Ugh.
Is that 1,016,000 correct? I'm skeptical about that.
No, it's not. It's actually 900,000. 10,900,000.
Yeah?
Huh?
Mhm. It's 10,
Wait.
900.
I'm saying,
Go back.
sorry. I'm saying like when you sum up this, that, so on and so forth, up until the figure on year 7, is this correct? But it's fine, everybody's going to like it. Okay, what is important here is just to get the concept on how one can go about maybe getting this. Yes, you shouldn't maybe worry. Let's calculate the weight.
Oh,
What I
sorry.
was saying,
The total is wrong,
the
Muzi.
total is wrong. It's missing the 900,000.
Yeah, it's 10,900,000 and 5 rand 16 cents. Sorry.
10,900,000. 16. Can you calculate the weight?
It's 5.16. Huh?
Sorry?
The last zero is a 5 and then 0.16.
Yes. Can you calculate the weight? Okay, we should like try maybe to speed up the process because we are running out of time.
0.55.
0.55. And then the
Yeah.
next weight.
Zero comma 275.
0.275. And then the next weight.
0,0917.
0,0917.
0917.
And then this one.
0,82. I'm sorry, 0,0825, or you can say 26.
25, like this. Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah, but you need like to
0,55
double check everything here, whether it's adding up. Like, okay, at the end of the day, this should give you one. Yes.
It does.
Yes. Okay. Basically, guys, this is how maybe one. Okay, on the first step, when they are debentures, this is how you go about getting like the market value of a debenture. Please do not confuse that. Please do not confuse that. Try maybe to master this formula down. Or okay, what we have done down here. Please try to master it. And then now it's the normal stuff. If they said like you use like the Gordon model, you need like you to use that Gordon model. If they said like use the Kappa model, you then use your Kappa model. And then from here, now, basically now what needs to happen is for us maybe to, I'm not sure whether I should go straight to the debentures or I should like follow the logic start by maybe, okay, what's the paper saying? Let me just check on it here. What are they calculate using the Gordon growth model to calculate the cost of equity. Okay. I'm really not sure whether should I introduce for this formula for calculating, okay, the cost of the debenture today or in our next session. I think maybe one way or the other it will confuse you. I don't know. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Okay, for the sake of not maybe confusing you. Yes.
Muzi, can you please check on the chat box? There's a request from Kia, so let's not leave her behind. And maybe you should address what she's asking there.
There is a request. Chat box, I don't see everyone.
She's saying, can someone please help me calculate for year 6 in simple terms? So I'm not sure if she was referring to year 6 or maybe year 7, because year 6 is the same as the other years.
Let's see.
Kia, are you still here?
Okay. Somebody is got lost while you were doing the calculations. Okay. Maybe I can try maybe to go back to our sheet here. Okay. I will try maybe to explain everything. Yes, so that one can follow. Yes. In your, let me open this. Okay, we've got a question here that talks about debentures. That's a question paper for November 2019. Yes, on bullet number 4, question 3. We've got like 1 million debentures with an interest rate of 9% debenture due in 7 years. And then the current yield to maturity is 10%. Yes. Okay. Basically here, this is how we go about maybe solving this. At first, please do not consider this formula. This formula is for calculating that PV is for net present or is for present value. And then that F is for future value. R is for the interest, and then N, it will be substituted by the year you are working on. Yes. Okay, first things first, what you need to do, you need to multiply like the value of the debenture by the coupon rate so that you can get the value of the interest, which in this case, like, okay, our initial value of our debenture was 1 million, and then that's why like we ended up with that 90,000 rands as coupon rate that you're supposed to pay from year 1 to year 7. And then just because here we are calculating the market value, that's why we then introduce this formula for the present value, just because we cannot like okay, when you want like to calculate the market value of the debenture, we cannot put this future value, which is like 90,000. We want the value of the market value of the debenture now. So we need like to convert the future value to present value. That's why we adopted this formula. On year 1, this is what you do. It's just a matter of substitution. Our future value is 90,000. It's always 90,000. And then you put year 1 plus coupon rate, which is the interest rate, to the power 1. You get your answer. Maybe, okay, let me go maybe to year 2. I think from there, and from year 2, I will jump straight to year 7. And then on year 2, what you need to do, just because here it was, even if we didn't like put this one here, the answer will still be correct. But in year 2, just because the value of N, which is the value of the year, is now on year 2. If you omit these 2, your answer will be wrong. Will be wrong. And then what you need to do here, okay, you will say, maybe let me try maybe to break down this a bit. Initial, this is what happens. Over this plus this, it's 1.09. It's like this, to the power 2. And then what you need to do, if you can remember your mathematics in high school, is what we call Boltzmann's rule. You apply that. Right now, we need like before we can divide, we need to solve from here to there. So now you will say 1.09 to the power 2. Can I try maybe to also show the calculation? That's because one will be confused. Even that person who got lost, please try maybe to solve it for the sake of understanding this. And then you will say 1.09 to the power 2. It will give you, okay, let me remove this. It will give you this number. And then what you need to do, 90,000 divided by this number, and then you will get this number. Okay, this concept applies on year 3, year 4. What will change is it's just the N value up until you reach year 6. And then just because we are dealing with debentures. In this case, they are saying like they are due in year what? In year 7, which means in year 7, we're supposed to pay the initial value of the debenture, which in this case is like 1 million plus the interest rate. Yes, just because, but here, what we are trying, by doing all these long calculations here, what we are trying to come up with is the market value, which is like the current market value, not the future value. What you will do here, you will say 1 million plus 90,000, and then you get 1,090,000. And then in year 7, you will then do your calculation on the initial market, or on the initial, okay, you will do your calculations on that 1,090,000, and then you do your substitutions, you put your 7 there, so on and so forth, and then you will get this. And then for us to, okay, now we need then to calculate the market value of the debenture. What you need to do, you will add these values that we got here from year 1 to year 7, and then it will give you the market value of the debenture that you are going to use then.
Muzi,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I just want to check, please. There's another formula that I've seen on one of the other exam papers where they've used, I think it's year to maturity. Let me check here quickly. And I can even just put it up on the group as well. So they just use a single formula instead of going through each year. Basically what it said was year to maturity times 1 minus the tax rate. And then they got a value there. Is that a different type of question or a different formula on there? I'm just trying to understand, because that's also calculating debentures as well.
It was for debentures.
I'm just going to put it up on the group.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, it's a calculation of debentures, but I see they didn't go the long route. So I just want to know what the difference between that formula is, because that looks like a shorter one versus what we're doing here. And I just want to get clarity on which is the correct one though. Am I seeing things wrong? So I'll just put it up on the group now.
Yes, I saw that one.
You see the question there says, board director, blah, blah, blah. There's a preference share, 9%. So basically the question says the company has an option of raising the 400,000 through either the sale of 400,000 preference shares at 10 Rand, or 4,000 Rand, or 4,000 debentures at 100 Rand. And the formula they've got, the answer they've got there, it's also one of the past exam papers. It's got the year to maturity times 1 minus the tax rate.
Okay, you are asking, wait, okay. I wouldn't, okay, I'm trying maybe to follow you have like, what do you call it, like the full question, so that you can share.
Yeah, that is actually, I can send you the question, but there's one more that we covered. It was in the assignment or the exam prep. I'll send you the other one now as well, which is also talking about debentures. It's a full question. Let me send it to you now. And in there as well, similar things. So let me just send this to you now.
Oh, that's question 7, a bond.
Yeah, so let me send you the question, and then let me send you the answer quickly.
Okay.
So debentures, so the answer is here.
Okay, it's 18. Not selling debentures with 18.
Okay, so I put another question
Okay,
in the
yeah, okay, I can see, like, okay, like the question that is there. Okay, it's I can say like it's completely different from what we are trying to do here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely
And
different.
what's the difference? What is the
Sorry?
difference between? What is the difference between those questions? So what are they
Okay.
asking here?
Okay, the difference between the two is that okay, here what we are doing here or on the example that okay we are working on the one for November 2019. That's question 3.
Yeah.
Okay, what we have done so far here is we are trying just to get the market value of the debenture. We haven't like reached the stage of calculating the cost of a debenture.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I can do it.
Okay, cool. Okay, no, that's fine. I just wanted to see, just so, I mean, the questions are different, then that's fine. Then that makes sense to me.
Yes.
So to make sure I'm not mixing. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that's why. Okay. But okay, this one. Okay, the way this way of like calculating like the cost of capital. Even if like you can go on Google, you can go maybe even on YouTube at some point in time. You can try maybe to verify what I've just shared with you. You see, you can check that. Yes.
Okay. No problem.
The tricky part about debentures, you find that okay, there are so many things involved there. But usually during the examination, you don't put like difficult questions. Usually the questions that they answer, they are similar to the one that you are trying maybe to solve. And then have in mind
Okay.
that, sorry.
So hopefully they don't throw us a curveball like this. Can we just keep it simple?
Yeah, most of the time they keep it very, very, very simple.
Okay,
Very,
that was
very
good.
simple.
All right.
Okay. And then, but you are familiar with the other way of doing things like how do you go about maybe calculating the cost of capital for using like the Gordon model, the preference shares, and then I think maybe okay, just because here we are doing this for the sake of the team. Yeah, we want people to understand. I think for doing this thing step by step, it will help just because someone will get lost.
No, good. Happy with it.
So what you take is, yeah, it's because like when you maybe when we can just maybe go straight to these debentures right now, maybe people are tired. I don't know. I want us to grab this thing. I want us to master this whole thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, happy.
Right now, okay. I want to maybe to do this thing step by step. I want us maybe to calculate the cost of capital for an ordinary share, preference share, and then debentures, bank loans, so on and so forth. So that we can, one can follow, just because if we can jungle up things, somebody, somewhere can get lost. Is that fine? Just because what will be left, it will, okay, the other thing maybe that I want us maybe to cover in our next session, it will be like the scrip dividend. It will be like scrip dividend, and then you can also like in our next session as well. I would also want us maybe to, okay, to discuss, to take 1 or 2 questions from past examination papers. Please do prepare that so that you can, yes.
Are we gonna leave this one here, this question, or are we gonna get it to the end?
Yeah, but
Are
okay.
we gonna do the Gordon growth model?
You want okay? Yeah, I want us to try to do the step number 2 using that Gordon model.
Yes, please. And I'll tell you what is frustrating for me, what is difficult to grasp, is that these formulas are there. For example, for the Gordon growth model, the formula, I saw it now, but what is tricky is knowing what those formulas mean. I just wanted to get to the Gordon growth model.
Okay,
You know, D1 divided by P0 plus G. What does D1 mean and what does P0 mean and things like that?
Okay, in the Gordon model, you don't have a problem with the. I think the Kappa model is straightforward. That one. Okay. Okay. Without wasting any time, can you try maybe to take through that? Can you try to take through that? Okay. Give me a moment. Right, that's good. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let me just do this. You want us to do the calculations like using the Gordon model. Did you like check? I'm not sure which session, but there is a session whereby we did like tackle this Gordon model. Yes. Oh, maybe let me just do this. Where is my pen? Even lost my pen. Okay. The formula for Gordon model. Maybe if I can try maybe to guide you on things that maybe you need to. Okay. So let's say part 2. Part 2 using Gordon model. Using Gordon model. Okay. The formula for the Gordon model is just like, it's simple as what you can see on the screen. Yes. Okay, just because, okay, Gordon model, okay, another name for Gordon model, it's called dividend growth model. Dividend, not divided, dividend. How do you spell that thing? But anyways, you will find like the correct spelling. Dividend. Oh, is it like this? Yeah, it's dividend growth model. Okay. Basically here, in the dividend growth model, we've got D1 P0 plus G. If we can go to okay, D1 basically is the future okay, I can say like is the future, okay, is the Chawa, how can I put this?
With year one, Muzi, maybe that helps. After year one,
Sorry?
is it
The
after year
dividend
one?
in 1 year.
Yeah, after 1 year. That's why you got.
Okay, is the value, or I can say like it's the value of dividend after it has grown.
Hmm.
You will notice that, okay, if we want us, okay, in your question, you'll find that we've got what you call like D0 in your question paper.
Yeah.
The value of the dividend, if maybe let me just check the question paper, then additional information. Okay, it's under that. Usually we find that under, okay, in latest dividend declared was 90 cents. That's current, like that's the current value of dividend per share. That's D0. And then a dividend growth of 13% was maintained for 5 years. And then that 13% is the rate that the dividend will grow with, which is like 13% for maintained for the past 5 years. And then now, if, okay, for you maybe to understand this, I think I need maybe to try maybe to calculate, let's calculate like the D1 so that it can make sense to you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes. Let's calculate the D1. In your modular guide,
Page 103.
okay, can we turn to page 103? That's where we can find our, okay, where exactly? D1, okay, we don't have that. We don't have
Are you looking for the formula, Muzi?
formula. Okay.
The formula for D1.
Okay. Okay, this is
D1
the formula.
equals.
Oh, let me just share with you the formula for calculating D1.
Okay.
Which document am I using? Okay. Let's say maybe we don't, for the sake, we don't have D1. We need to calculate that. Okay. The formula for D1 is like this. It's like this.
Yeah.
Our D1 will be equal to D1 was the rate there, the current rate is like 90 cents. That's our D0. Our D0 is 90 cents. I'll put it like this. And then we substitute 1 plus the growth, the G is the growth rate of a dividend. That's 13%. It's just simple like this to get the D1. Have in mind that, okay, you find that, okay, most of the time the questions that you are being asked during your examination will be similar to what you are seeing over there. But the tricky part, you find that in some questions, that information after 4 rands per share, the latest dividend declared 90 cents per share and dividend growth of 13% was maintained for 5 years, you will find that it will be under additional information. Please don't confuse that. They are trying maybe to play with your mind, but same stuff. Yes.
Yeah, Muzi, you're actually right. I mean, I saw a few questions like that, and most of them was always in the additional information.
Yes, yes, yes.
So there's the beta rate and the risk-free
Yes.
rate.
Okay, can we now maybe substitute?
I get 1.017,
Yeah, me too.
the final D1.
Okay, wait. 90 times 90 times 90 cent times 1.3.
Yeah, 1.017.
90 cents. Supposed to get a bigger number. Unless I'm not here, I'm not getting you very well. 90 times 1.13. That's 101.
Are we
And
using 90 as a whole number again?
0.9. 0.9.
Okay. It's up to you, but it's always best. This is D1. Have in mind that it's not rands, it's still cents. 101 cents.
Okay, so I did exactly what Theo did, and
Yes.
I also.
Okay. Let's go to the next step.
Okay.
Let's say maybe, okay, now we do have D1. Let's take our formula. Come with our formula down here. With our D1. With our D1. Yes. And then equal D1 101.7 cents. We are now substituting over P. Let me go to my, yes.
Why are we writing it as 101.7?
Okay, those are cents, madam.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Those are cents. Those are cents.
So Muzi, if we used rands and we got 1.017, will that still be correct or will that be incorrect?
Sorry?
So if we use rands instead of cents, will that be
Yeah,
correct?
you can still be correct, but it will give you tough times. Trust me. Okay, this is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to do. Now we want P0. P0.
Oh, P0 is
yes,
current.
the P0 now. What's the trade of the current price of market price of a share? It's 4 rands.
4 rand per share.
Yes, it's 4 rands. And then now let's convert these 4 rand to cents as well.
400 cents.
How many cents in 4 rand?
It's 400 cents.
Yes, that's 400 cents. And then here we'll put 400 cents plus G. Plus it's up to us whether we want to use 18% or we want to use 0.1%, 0.13%. Okay, for the sake of the team, let's use this. let's use 0.13, but you can still use like that 13%, like this. One thing that you must have in your mind when you use like that 13% is you then multiply by 100. Where else, when you have used this 0.3, your final answer, in your final answer, you then need to multiply by 100. So this is the 13%, which is like the growth rate that is being used. Dividend growth model. Dividend growing. Okay, now let's substitute.
I get 0.25416.
For everything, like when you say like 107, 101.
Yeah, I inserted it like you wrote it there.
Okay, for the sake of, okay, let's do it like this. Can you say 101.7 divided by 400, and then you get that answer there?
0.254.
0.254.
254. Yes.
Plus 0.13. I want everybody to follow here.
What is
0.38.
0 point?
That's the total.
384.
0.254, that's the total.
Don't add 0.13.
84.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, what you need to do now, just because we're not like using percentage there, to convert these to percentage, we need to multiply by 100.
It's 38.425.
38.425%.
45%.
425%. Okay. That's our final answer. That's the cost of capital for our ordinary shares. Please bear in mind that these models only affect ordinary shares, not preference shares, not debentures, not bank loan, strictly preference shares. This is the final answer.
So Muzi,
Like the cost of preference, the cost of capital, strictly for preference shares. Let me just put, okay, I'm not, where to put this thing? No, this is for ordinary shares.
for ordinary.
Ordinary shares.
For equity.
Ordinary shares. This one is for ordinary shares. And then what will follow, it will be preference shares. There is a formula for doing that as well. You shouldn't like maybe confuse the two. These two models, the CAPM and Gordon model, only affect this. Preference shares.
Ordinary. Isn't it ordinary shares?
Yeah, and then maybe just because, okay, we don't have like time right now. Maybe just to highlight one or two things here. Oh, okay. Maybe if one wants to master this thing, always when you calculate like the market values of ordinary shares, always use the current, okay, trading at market price of, look for that. Just because at some point in time you may find that there are some other information that are there to be like maybe issued at. No, issued at, it's the value of the share maybe in 2018 when those shares were issued, maybe they were 2 rand. But now the market, just because we are looking at the market value, current market value, that's why like you need like to multiply by 4, which is the market value. And then even on ordinary shares, forget about that that interest rate of like 12%. If you can we check like your question paper, what in that 1 rand, that 1 rand is the value of when is the value of a share when it was issued. But just because we are calculating market value, we need like to use the market value. That's why we said like 3 rand multiply by 1 million. When it comes to debentures, forget about the yield to maturity value when you calculate like the market value. You need to focus on the interest rate, on the coupon rate. In debentures coupon rate, it's the interest rate. Yes, and then you multiply that with the value of the debenture, and then you do like your calculation based on the number of years, and then you add up everything. You get like the market
Muzi?
value. Yes.
Just 1 second for me. You're saying this answer, this 38.425 is our final answer to the question. Is that the work?
No, no. There is still a
We
long
haven't,
way
got,
to go.
we haven't finished that question yet because we still need to go one more step and go to do the.
We've just started
Okay.
part 2 of that question, which is calculating the cost of each form of capital.
Good Lord.
Oh,
So we're still calculating preference shares. We're still gonna calculate the debenture. Then we do the bank loan.
Yes.
Then we add all of them together. Sure.
And then from there, step 3, that's when you calculate the weighted average cost of capital. You see, the way you have done your work in your assignment, you need like to follow that. There's step 1, step 2, step 3. We were just
I'm looking at my assignment right now.
sorry.
I'm saying I'm looking at my assignment right now.
Yes, check
So, yeah.
on your assignment. You are on step.
Quite a long way to go.
It is, but in your assignment, they ask you to use the CAPM model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this case, they say like use the Gordon model.
And then they added debentures.
And then under preference shares, you can even calculate that on your own. And then maybe you can skip debentures that you we need like to cover the first thing on our next session, which is like this coming Friday. We need like to cover these debentures, cost of a debenture, and then from there, cost of a bank loan, so on and so forth.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, okay, it's a very, very tedious job to do, but it's doable. It's doable for you, for one, maybe to pass this thing of financial management. At some point in time, you don't have maybe to maybe you shouldn't maybe try maybe to know some of these stuffs in depth. What you need to do is just a matter of cramming this thing. You're like, okay, when it's debentures, this is what you do. When it's ordinary shares, okay, the first thing that you should have in mind is that these two models, CAPM and ordinary shares, only affect, CAPM and Gordon model or dividend growth model only affect ordinary shares. That's the first thing that you should have in your mind. And then the next thing, when I'm calculating like the market value, I need like to use it's either trading at or market value. and then I multiply that, I get like the market values. And then one more thing, when you use like the dividend growth model, have in mind that, okay, you don't have like D1, which is like the future value of a dividend per share, or of the dividend. And then you need like to calculate that when you use the dividend growth model. And then, okay, it's simple when it's CAPM, just because you just substitute, you don't have to calculate anything. Yes. And then even if it's preference shares, know where to use which value. Know where to use this 1 rand that is there. Just because in preference shares you do use that 1 rand. Know where to use that, when to use that, and where to use it. You don't just maybe put bigger. It's okay, it's just one thing that will make you like maybe understand this whole thing. Maybe after your exam. When
After.
I mean, really now, after, what we're gonna do after?
Oh, Muzi.
Yeah, after your examination. You see,
No.
when you can get this thing right, when you can flow during your examination, trust me, you will know this thing. You'll be like, oh, okay, oh, this thing, oh, yeah, bro. And then that's how one maybe ended up knowing stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Even that rate down there, that interest rate, you should know when to use that. Even that beta, that the free rate, the return on market rate, you should know when to use all those things. There is this. Okay, I think maybe I need to share with you something. I don't know who did I share with this. Whereby, okay,
Feel free to share.
there was this question. Okay, there was this example that was straightforward. Okay, find that, okay, the information was, everything was under additional info. There was just this main point under okay, on ordinary share, we find that there was that 1.5 million, and then that's 4 rand, and then this additional info was under additional info. And then I try maybe to draw lines for that passage. Okay, when you do what, you use this and this, you combine this and this. When you do this, you combine this and this. Yeah, I don't think that it was you. I think it was some other student. Yeah, it wasn't you, whereby like maybe I try maybe to draw the lines. It was another way of trying maybe to make one to understand this whole thing, or to cram this whole thing so that you can pass.
So you have that sheet. Is it a
Sorry?
summary? So do you have that sheet, with you that you shared with the previous student? You can share it with us, actually.
No, it can be a matter of, let me just check here.
So Muzi,
Yes, ma'am.
we're gonna, okay, let me say I'm gonna try and finish it, the question, and see how far we get. So if we get stuck, and then you can just answer the questions we have on the next session on the 6th.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
Seconded.
That would be great. I think each one of you, if you guys can try maybe to attempt this whole thing, and then in our next session, we just a matter of try maybe to correct one another.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe even to save time, if I may suggest, Muzi and the group, if one finishes the question even before next session, they can maybe post it on the WhatsApp group, and maybe just to save time for the for the next session. And if we all doing okay on it, then we know we're sorted, unless there'll be issues that will need to be revisited again in the session.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and then yeah, what we did on economies, I think it helped a lot. If maybe, for instance, we can have this session this coming Friday, and then maybe have another one when
We were scheduled for the 6th.
When you say
maybe
this
for it.
Friday, do you mean like
That
in
one
this
will
week?
be free of charge. I think it will be just a matter of time maybe to remind each one of us on, okay, just to give you like tips there and there. And I think it will be very, very short. It wouldn't be this long. So that maybe you can, just because I don't think that even on our next session, we will be in a position maybe to finish up this whole thing. Yeah, look, today, like we started, we did like the IIR, and then when you are about maybe to go taking part 2 of the work, our time was no more.
My suggestion would be, although I haven't had much time to even study myself, it would be to maybe look at the previous question paper. Say, for example, we want to do the weighted average. We just choose say 3 questions from previous question papers that we will do as a group, and then we can then discuss. But we need to be answering the same question, so that if one gets stuck, we can compare notes and answers. So if we say, let's take the November 2018 question on the Kappa model, we all attempt that, maybe 3 different questions on that. And if we need to do the payback period, we select 2 or 3 different questions from previous papers, and then we do those as a group. Or maybe even have volunteers that will say, for the payback period, we're answering question 2 of June 2018 and question 1 of June 2017, and something like that for practice. I think that will help us study as a unit instead of trying to do it individually. It's just my thoughts.
Okay, okay, maybe I'll just, before I forget, okay, my last advice to everyone here, as much as we are going to focus much on the calculations, please do pay extra attention to the theory as well. Please do pay extra attention to the theory as well, just because in your examination, there are some questions, okay, you find that maybe you find that maybe question, let's say maybe question 2, it will be theory based question. So you should be in a position to answer those questions. If maybe I can just give you maybe a quick guide on some of the questions that I've you may find that they will ask you about even like the advantages and disadvantages of these let's say maybe appraisal methods that are being used. They will also ask you by maybe if you a clientele effect, you need like maybe to explain that concept to them, and then they will also ask you about maybe things like the role of managers in an organization. Those are the things, the theories that you need maybe to know. At some point in time, okay, you also like need to be somebody who is in a very good position to define some of the terms, just because you cannot answer a question without understanding the term, the terminology. Let it be like what is an ordinary share, what is a preference share, what is a bank loan, what is a debenture. For you maybe to understand you things like the debenture. Basically, the debenture, it's more like it's a bond, and then you can go maybe to chapter what? Chapter 5 in your modular guide. Please do read about bonds. And then you find that they will ask you what is a coupon rate? What is a yield to maturity? You need like to explain that in your own way. You don't have maybe to answer that. What is the par value? What is the discount bond? What are they saying when they are saying that, okay, the bond is trading at a premium rate, at a discount rate, at a par rate? Those are the things that we need to also cover in our next session. That's okay. If we talk about debentures, and then now they are talking about that calculate the value of a debenture if it's trading at premium rate, at discount rate, at par rate. You need to know all those things. But for one, maybe to master these things, you must take your time, try maybe to do the research on this terminology that are being used. And then there is this chapter that we are overlooking. That chapter is chapter 8 in your modular guide, which is working capital management. Yeah, I will advise one to read that chapter. You may never know. Maybe the theory part of your examination will come from that chapter. Please do read that chapter. Okay, this chapter basically is related to operations and innovation management. Yes. You must know the sales forecasting, what is inventory management. You must know all those things, just because the inventory control techniques. Yeah, it's quite okay. Chapter 8 is very, 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 very interesting, especially where if you've got like a background of maybe of commercial subject, maybe back in high school, even maybe at varsity, you did like accounting, so on and so forth. That chapter is very, 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 very interesting. One can just follow on what that chapter is all about. Yes, yeah. So please do read it. I can say like read the whole book. Is it at some point in time, some people say not that they don't have like the resources in front of them. You find that you've got your modular guide, and then you've got that open book examination. Just because you didn't like read from page 1 to the last page, you find that you won't even know where to start when you attempt to answer a certain question, only to find that that theory is right in front of you. That's why I'm saying like maybe even if you can try maybe to scan through just to familiarize your eyes with some of the things that are in your book. You're like, okay, working capital, Okay, there is annual report, objectives of a financial statement, limitation of financial statement, approach to financial statement, application of ratio analysis. So all those things, you see, like this final chapter will also help you to understand chapter 1. Just because in this final chapter, especially where they talk about the ratios, they've tried maybe to, they've attempted to answer that in depth as compared to chapter 1. You see, these financial application of financial ratios, they will give you like maybe proper examples there. Yeah. So you must read almost everything. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm somebody who is very stupid. I'm somebody who's scared of failing. Like I'm somebody who's very scared of failing. So that my approach when I'm about maybe to write an examination, I shared this with you in the group. I dedicate like maybe 3 days from morning. Okay, let's say maybe from 10 to 6 p.m. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. trying to read even before I can attempt any question paper. Just because you see this thing of like relying on question paper, there is a lot that you miss. You need like to create your base first, and then you go and attempt question papers. Like on a serious note, like you need to create your base by reading all the course material, and then you get like fewer question exam papers, and then you try maybe to attempt those examination papers. Just because if you can use like the past examination papers, you will miss quite a number of things. You find that maybe the past examination papers you were using, only one question that will come up, that will come to your, that will be in your examination. So you shouldn't like risk your everything, your money, your peace. Yeah, you need to read a lot. You need to read, you need like to research as well. Try maybe to dedicate like a long period of time. Another way maybe of mastering this whole thing. Okay, it's my technique. It's my, okay, it's working for me, but it might not work for somebody else. You find that maybe when I want maybe to master this theoretical aspect of this module, I will try maybe to get a pen and a paper. While reading there, I'll be like writing as well, writing, familiarizing my mind or about this stuff, writing. In that way, you will not get wrong. You will get everything right even during your examination. Yeah, I think that's all I can share with you for today, guys. Yeah, and then is this thing that we are overlooking here? I'm suspecting. Okay, chapter 2, time value of money and the effect of compound interest. Chapter 2, like we are busy doing like lot of things, but seeming you are overlooking chapter 2. Seeming you are overlooking chapter 2. There is a lot that is in chapter 2 that you need, that one needs to understand. You must know like you should be in a position to define annuity and all the other terms that are related to annuity, how one can go about calculating annuity, and then you should be in a position to calculate like simple interest, we should be in a position to calculate compound interest, yeah, so on and so forth. Maybe I can try maybe to give you like maybe to define for you, to differentiate for you a compound interest from a simple interest. Okay, and then you will read the rest. A simple interest, by the way, you find that maybe I will invest in how much? Let's say 100 Rand, and then it's an interest rate of 10%. If that investment is on a simple interest, what is going to happen? Okay, it's 10% per annum. It can be monthly, per annum, 6 months, 3 months, so on and so forth. But let me make an example. Per year, your 100 Rand will earn like an interest of 10%. So under simple interest, in year 1, you will gain 10 Rand. Even in year 2, your interest will be calculated on 10 Rand, on 100 Rand, which is still 10 Rand, which means after 2 years, you'll be having like 120 after 2 years. If I invested the same 100 Rand, but now the interest is it's now a compound interest. This is what is going to happen. In year 1, I will gain 10 Rand. In year 2, just because it's a compound interest, it will be the interest of my first year plus my investment, which is 10%, and then that 10% for year 2 would be 110 times 10%. And then you get the interest rate. Maybe that's the difference between the two interest rates that are being applied. There is also what you call annuity. You can go and read about that in chapter 2. Know how to calculate like the present value and the future value. You see like the formula that I've used when calculating like the market value of a debenture. That formula is in chapter 2. The formula for a present value is in chapter 2. If you can go to page 35, the formula is there. So on and so forth. Like, okay, what I'm trying to say to you guys, I think that try maybe to go through almost everything that is there. With the limited time that we are getting, we cannot finish everything. We cannot cover everything, but another thing that is important maybe is for me maybe to try maybe to guide you one way or the other. It will be up to you whether you do that or you don't. Yeah. Maybe let me hear your comments, guys. Any comments with regards to what I've just hello?
Mozi,
Yes, sir.
well, I think every bit of information, helps, for one to prepare. So we do welcome everything actually that you are telling us, suggestions and everything else. Well, I guess we just need to just, pay more attention, pay more focus, and actually just, do our best, at the end of the day. It is a lot to take in, but we are going to just do our best.
All right. No, that's great. Okay. Maybe another thing that maybe I need to highlight. You remember in our last during our last economy session, you guys highlighted that you requested that maybe you need like to be present when we write our examination. You see, if I said yes, people are going to relax. And then at the end of the day, let's say maybe I'm there. Even if I can try maybe to explain something to someone. If you haven't like practiced this whole thing, you see, this is more like, this is mathematics. If you haven't like practiced mathematics, trust me, you will fail. Even if somebody can try to explain to you in the last minute, you will definitely fail. Just because you don't even know where do I get the power to in my calculator, even if I'm using, when you're using your phone, you become so much confused. You see, here we were calculating just a simple thing. I'm not sure what are we calculating. Like, okay, on this differential thing, find that we've got that formula 1 over 1 plus r to the power n. You see how simple is that? But among us here, some of us fail maybe to follow that. Just imagine that was during your examination. There is no time, you've got like limited time. You've got, okay, in your online examination, you'll be having like 5 hours. So my advice to you guys, please do read, please do practice. The calculator that you are going to be using during your final examination, you should be familiar with it. Even if we are going to use your phone, maybe, okay, it's not advisable maybe to use your phone just because some of the applications, some of the calculators that you'll be using in your phone, you find that they are not that much accurate. Please try maybe to use your calculators. The scientific calculator. If you are familiar with the financial calculator, you can use it as well. But I wouldn't advise one maybe to use a financial calculator for the first time during the examination, just because it will show you some stats. Yeah, no, I'm not trying maybe to scare you guys, but it's what is there on the ground. Yeah, all right, guys. I think that's it for me today. In our next session, we will continue with we continue where we've left, and then it will be just a matter of having those trying to answer those questions that one may have, and then it will correct it. Okay, and then if we also feel like we can have another session, can let me know. I can use my Zoom here, maybe try maybe to connect you guys, and then we can have that discussion, our final discussion. I'm really not sure when, but you can advise based on your schedule. But on that session, it wouldn't be maybe a tough session just because we don't want maybe to confuse people. Yeah. My biggest worry maybe to introduce maybe new things to someone who maybe during the last hour you find that that person will then concentrate on difficult things, and then he or she will then forget the simple things that he or she can use maybe to pass his or her examination. So yeah, please guys, I want okay, my desire maybe is to see everyone here maybe passing. To pass, you just need to get 50% and above, and then you will go and graduate.
That's the plan.
Sorry?
I was saying that's the plan actually, to pass and graduate.
Yeah, just to get 50%. and above. Okay, but my take is like maybe target like 3 questions, you get like 70%, and then that's it. You combine that 70% with your 90%, that's a very good mark.
That's good advice.
Mzi,
Mo.
I have a request. Can you please share this working document with us?
Which one? The one that we're using today?
The one that you are projecting now, yeah, the one that you are sharing on the screen, please. Because I
Yes,
don't
okay.
think we have time to go and redo the whole thing like we did with the assignment. So sharing it will save us time.
Okay, I will definitely do that. I will say, okay, even the video for today's session, I'm recording it. I will save it on my machine and then I will upload it to the cloud, on the cloud, and then you will then download everything.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Guys, it's 9:30 now. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Mozi. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.